Well, welcome everybody to a night at the track, and we are here at Humboldt Speedway tonight for the USMTS races. And as you can see, we've got just a little bit of a line backed up down here for folks wanting to get in March the 9th. And boy, we are ready to go racing here in the state of Kansas. We've already talked to a couple of fans. We'll see if we can get a few more, tell us who their favorite driver is and who they're going to pick tonight. And hope you all enjoy a night at the track here at Humboldt Speedway with the USMTS Modifieds. Well, we've caught up with another fan here, and we want to check it out with him, see who his favorite driver is tonight.
Well, I don't know who my favorite driver is. I just like to come watch some good racing here.
No favorite? I mean, gosh, these are some of the best guys in the country here. Surely you got one guy that kind of stands out in your mind.
Well, yeah, probably the best guy out there. It'd be hard to beat. It's probably old Hughes or Ryan Gustin out there. They're pretty tough competitors, and Sanders looked like he's going pretty tough this year, and he'd probably be a threat and reckon here.
You know, the more I look at your face, the more you look familiar. Have you ever driven a modified before?
Well, yeah, we was gonna make it down here, but we had some. We didn't get our spec motor all done, but we should be down here hopefully next couple weeks. So just putting our motor together. We're going to have a couple cars this year.
You gonna be running up at Heartland Park again?
Yeah, we're gonna run full time up there. We're gonna have 2 cars up there full time, and we'll probably might have another driver driving for me, but we'll see how the money issue goes. But for now, that we'll have 2 cars beginning of the season to start out the season with.
Okay, for all us fans out here don't know what your name is, fill us in.
Yeah, I'm Stephen Bowers Jr. Just hopefully we can start out the good season there at Heartland Park this year, and hopefully March 30th, just like to let everybody know we're having a barbecue at Heartland Park, Topeka at 6 o'clock. And just for information, just go on my Facebook page, and you'll get information on that, and contact me so you can get some tickets to this big deal. And hopefully it's a pretty good turnout here. Right now, I mean, we've been selling a lot of tickets here, so hopefully we'll have a pretty good turnout with the band and the barbecue and the silent auction.
Well, man, have a good time tonight just being a fan. Okay, Stephen?
I will. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I know we've caught up with a big race fan right here. Let me ask you this. Who's going to be the favorite guy here tonight?
Well, you got to go with that. I believe it's 121, Terry Becker out of Missouri. He's going to be fast. And then you got the Johnny Bone. He's driving probably one of Bone's cars, too. And, it's going to be a great night. Going to be a lot of guys from Kansas City as well. That Boney, that car really looked sharp on the internet. So I'm anxious to see some USSRA B-mods too. That could be a little interesting show, a little preview for Lakeside.
As I say, I think we're in for a good night of racing. And, actually so far the weather hasn't turned off too chilly. I don't know what it's going to be later on feature time, but pretty pleasant right now here in Humboldt.
Oh, yeah. We still, we're out of Kansas City, and we still got 3 inches of snow on the ground. So it's kind of surprising down here, and it's really nice. Heck, I only got 2 layers on.
Give us your name, where you're from, buddy.
Gary Offit out of Olathe, Kansas. Hey, I'd like to say special thanks to Cheeseworks Videos. We sure appreciate all the hard work you guys do. And you guys can check it out every morning when Mike does a video at 6 a.m. It's up there.
Maybe not tonight. I may be getting home late. But anyway, thanks a lot, Gary, and boy, enjoy the night.
You too. Thanks.
Ryan Gustin, last year's points champion here for the USMTS, and already off to a quick start so far this year. Ryan, boy, looks like things are going good so far.
Yeah, we've had a fast car every night we've been out. We're just gonna been tearing some sheet metal up a little bit, but hopefully we can change that tonight, keep the car in one piece, and get us a win.
I don't know about you, but it's a lot warmer than I thought it would be right now. It's not too bad out here. It's almost like a cool summer evening, probably up north.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all right now. It almost feels like it's warming up a little bit, but hopefully the rain will hold off. We get tonight in and have some fun.
Answer me this: same equipment as you were running last year, Hughes. What about on the power?
Still Mullins. We're still at Mullins. Taker shocks, side box springs, VP race fuels, all the norm.
All the norm.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, it's got to take a lot to go through a whole season, especially with these guys, and be able to pull out that points championship It must be a really good team behind you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Losing our crew chief here, this is his last race, but got a couple other guys who got hired here, and hopefully we get them trained and be fine again, hopefully.
I know it's early, but what do you think about tonight? What's it going to take later on? I can't believe this track's going to dry out tonight.
Well, I think it's probably going to be pretty heavy all night. I don't know, just have to get to the heat race, start up front, and go racing.
I was going to say qualify good, get that good spot, and hang around till the end.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, once again, one of the guys we've got to watch out for tonight, Ryan Gustin. Ryan, have some fun, man.
Thank you.
Caught up with Stormy Scott, Rookie of the Year last year. Stormy, congratulations on a great run last year and pulling down that Rookie of the Year.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, we had a really good season, and we're just going to keep going forward, try to have a better season even this year, and try to get us some more wins.
I think you're off to a pretty good start. If I'm looking at standings, is it third, fifth in the standing?
Actually, it's my brother. This will be my first USMTS shows. I've been racing late models in Florida. So last week was my first modified race.
I was going to say, now that I recall, I think I did see a picture of you with a late model. So, yeah, I'm an old man. You know, I got to learn. But anyway, Rookie of the Year last year, answer me this, is this team going to be able to do what it takes to pull down a championship here in this USMTS?
I think so. I mean, it's got to be a lot of hard work and dedication, and just, you know, a lot of it's about luck. Everything just has to click right, and you know, I think we're going to have a really good year. We're in a different chassis this year, which, you know, Jason Hughes builds an awesome chassis. They've won USMTS, you know, the last 3 or 4 years, you know, national championships, and we just feel like we need to step out of the box and try to do something a little bit different so we're not following everybody. So
I was going to say, same chassis, same motor combination?
Same motor combination. The chassis is LG2 by Owens, so we'll see how that goes.
Always a little testing and trying, but early in the season, chance to come back if you have to. But reigning King of America from last year, so we know you know this track really well. What do you think about tonight? It's definitely not going to dry out, I'm sure, so it may be a different track than what you run on down here before.
Yeah, it seems a little bit wet, and we're way back in the heat race, so we'll see. I mean, you know, you never know about this place. It can be one of the raciest tracks in the United States, so, you know, we'll just have to play it out and see what happens. And we got this new car here, and we're going to be testing a bunch of stuff tonight for sure, because we don't know if we're racing tomorrow, so we'll be testing tonight and try to get some stuff figured out for King of America.
Once again, Stormy Scott, reigning King of America champion and rookie USMTS driver from last year. Thanks a lot, Stormy.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you, We've got Jason Hughes here tonight at Humboldt. Jason, congratulations on a good year last year. Just probably needed just a little bit more to get in there, but I'm not sure. I don't think you made all the races anyway, did you?
We run all the hunt and the national championship deal, but throughout the year we missed a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of started out behind on the points a little bit, but the way things fell out, we wouldn't have made them all up anyway.
Is that kind of an objective of yours, is to get out there and show what Hughes cars can do as well as yourself? I mean, I'm sure that's got to help with the sales and all that, but is that pretty much the objective? You're not really wanting to run for a points deal?
No, we'd like to run for the points, and it pays good. But we got to be out here. This is our advertisement. And if we're not out here working on them, trying to keep the cars up front, we're not going to sell cars very long.
I was going to say, you got any idea how many Hughes chassis there are here tonight? I know there's got to be a bunch, because I know you won the championship, I think, for the manufacturer last year.
There's several out through here, but I don't know exactly the number, but there's several of them. Yeah.
What do you think about the track tonight? I think we're going to have a pretty tacky track later on. Is that going to be any different racing for us?
I'm hoping it slicks over a little bit, but you know, when we started out in Houston, it being so rough, this is going to be great.
Yeah, I was going to say, from what I saw earlier, man, she was just like a baby's behind out there, really nice and smooth.
This place is usually really nice. This early in the year, with that snow on it, you never know. They said it was a little soft, and they didn't know if they had it down hard enough, but you know, it's normally a really nice racetrack, so we're just looking forward to getting up here.
Once again, I think one of the guys we might watch tonight, I know you got to do that qualifying thing first, but man, if you're anywhere up close to front, everybody keep an eye on the 12, because Jason Hughes, I'm sure, will be there. Jason, have some fun.
I hope we can get out there and have a lot of fun. Appreciate you.
Caught up with Dustin Boney. Dustin, we were just kind of joking there a little bit a while ago. When I heard it last year, I didn't really believe it, but welcome back from retirement.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit more racing this year. Just not sure how much. Business is going really good right now, so we got to concentrate on that. But we're going to try and race as much as we can when it fits into our schedule with my family and my business.
I was going to say it makes a big difference when you got the kids and, like you say, business going on. But one big change for this year, now you're going switching over to GRT. I think you run a Hughes for a number of years. Explain a little bit about that situation.
Yeah, Chris Knoll and TC Knoll asked me to drive their car last year. They had a brand new GRT car sitting in the garage. We put it together, ran the Jayhawk, won the deal right out of the box, and actually ended up selling that car to Trevor Hunt. They were interested in a GRT car. We took him to Valley and tested, and he never took a seat out of it. So he got into that car. So we put a new car together over the winter. And in the process of all that, TC approached me had some guys interested in selling some cars or buying some GRT cars. So we bought in to be a dealership, and me and TC are selling cars together now. It's worked out really well for everybody involved.
Yeah. I was going to say it sounds like a good deal all the way around. Let me ask you this. Of course, I've heard people say before in racing, they're all good chassis. You just have to learn how to adjust them and make them run right where you can race them. But do you see a big difference? I know you ran Hughes for a long time. Any big differences?
I mean, the way the car's built, there is a big difference. The way you have to drive them is a big difference as well. These cars have a lot of grip. They're a little bit more driver friendly if you can get up on the wheel and manhandle the car. And I used to kind of drive like that. And the Hughes cars, got used to driving them. You got to be real finesse. They're a momentum car. They don't have a lot of grip. But obviously they're a really good car, and we won a lot of races in them. But these cars here, the biggest difference is the grip that they have and getting the cars to turn. If you get these cars to turn, they're hard to beat.
One of the things I think is really important to racing, and we're kind of getting off on another subject here, but a lot of racers talk about is support. I've heard some complaints. I won't mention any other chassis manufacturers, but I've heard some complaints about others about, you call up, you just don't get the support. But now this Boney deal, that's not going to be that way, right?
No. We pride ourselves on customer support, and we've got some other GRT customers that have came on board with us also that were lacking customer support, and so we're going to make sure and take care of them before our own racing program comes first, because if our customers aren't out there winning and running good, then there will be no business for us.
That's exactly right.
Everybody, I guess everybody kind of expects me to go out and run good and win races. If I'm out here winning and my customers aren't winning, that does my business no good. So that being said, we take a lot of pride in our customer service.
Answer me this, Dustin. Is there a website, if anybody's interested in one of these GRTs, is there a website that they can go to and get some information?
Yeah, you can contact them through my business, Prime Racing Products, and you can find that at primeracingproducts.com.
Okay.
We have a website. We have a little bit of GRT info on there. It has my contact information on there as well as TC's, and then we advertise with some local websites as well. And it's not very hard to find myself or TC's phone number from somebody or somewhere.
Someplace, somewhere.
Yeah. But like I said, we try and take care of everybody that has done business with us or in the future that will do business with us. So
all I can say, Dustin, is go out there and shake the dust off. I know that right foot will be as heavy as it always was. There won't be no worry about that. But go out there and have some fun.
All right. Thank you.
Trevor Hunt, man, I'm going to tell you what, I think people across Kansas are getting to know you pretty good out there. Trevor, 14 years old. I think you said you grew a little bit this year.
Yeah, I think I got about 2 or 3 inches on me this winter, and packed on a couple pounds too, so took off a little lead from the car. I'm sure Dad was happy about that.
I was going to say, a little more left side weight. Answer me this, you already been out for your heat race. Man, they give you a little rough treatment out there, Trevor.
Yeah, there was a pretty big hole down in 3 and 4. That was my only complaint with the track, and short track racing, so I had to really get up on the wheel, especially from 2 weeks ago in Texas, a nice big open track, so getting back used to the swing of short track racing.
Answer me this. It looked like the car wasn't coming off the corner too good. Man, you were having to drift up pretty high, and it seemed like that's when you got in trouble with the guys on that outside lane.
Yeah, I was liking a little bit of side bite and a little forward drive coming off, so we're going to get that fixed. We're going to change the spring here, and hopefully that'll be all right for our B-main.
What do you think? You've been out on the track. You've had a chance to really get out there and race with somebody. What are we going to be looking at later on? I'm sure it's going to hold the moisture.
I hope so, but it might go slick, and with as many cars here, there's a good chance that it could go just completely slick top to bottom. Answer
me this, Trevor. How many of these USMTS races do you think you're going to make this year?
We're going to hope to make all of them this year, but if we run out of money at the end of the season, we'll probably just have to go local racing. But like I said, we're going to try to run for Rookie of the Year and run all the races this season.
Man, that's going to be exciting to watch. I know there's going to be a lot of people. I know you got a good fan base out there already, but a lot of folks going to be interested to see how Trevor Hunt does this year. Trevor, all I can say is have some fun tonight, man.
I thank you. I appreciate it.
These drivers get ready to come around off of turn 4. Let's give them a big old send-off Kansas way. As they come down around, do you race fans hit it on? They can see you now, ladies and gentlemen. 26 car A-Main field.
Okay, they're out of the way. We're going to go, guys. Lights
Way to wave the 4 wide to you, but due to the weather, it looks like we're going to just keep racing. That's what we came to see. That's what we're going to do.
Good luck to everybody.
As we thank you for coming out, 26 drivers have earned their way in. A-Main feature is sent to go green flag. Terry Beckham II, Mickey Burrell, pull them tight, hang on. We are ready, 40 laps at the Hummer as we're going green flag racing. Burrell will set the pace as they thunder down to turn number 1. 3 wide off of turn 2. Burrell by 2 feet leads Beckham. Beckham now drives deep into turn 3. He will stab the lead off of turn 4 and lead lap number 1. Burrell on the point as they go down the back straightaway. Here comes the storm. Stormy Scott now. The Brian Rowland Motorsports car 2S. Burrell back to 3rd. Schrock in 4th. Gustin rounds out your top 5 as he gets pinched going down into turn number 1. 3-4 wide action through this field as a 40-lap A-Main gets settled in now. Jason Hughes goes in hot. Burrell contact, and we've got our first incident again down in turn 4. He is out. We will watch Stormy Scott coming around, hit it out of Las Cruces at loose gruff chassis in the 2S car as we are back racing. Back into turn number 1. Clear off of turn 2. Scott leads, Beckham 2nd, Shryock 3rd. Jason Hughes will now go to work inside of Kelly Schrock, and he will now move to number 3 spot. Shryock shuffled back to 4th. Gustin now dives back down on the inside, and we are back under caution.
Yellow at the bottom, guys. Yellow.
Caution flag out, and you see Rodney Sanders out of Happy, Texas, in car number 20, sitting down between turns 3 and 4 as we slow the field another time. Stormy Scott, Terry Beckham will take the inside line. Jason Hughes will be on the outside. Shryock now inside, sitting 4th, and Gustin remains 5th. As we'll go one more lap before we go back green as one of the favorites. Again here tonight, Rodney Sanders out of Happy, Texas, sits by his lonesome in the infield, and next time around we'll go back racing. Caution light is down, and Stormy Scott out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the Brian Rowland Motorsports car 2S. Beckham, Hughes parked right behind him as they come off at turn 4. We're back underway. They rumble back to turn number 1. Beckham on the inside of Hughes. He's got that number 2 spot by a car length as they head to turn 3. Stormy Scott, middle groove off, continues to show the way. Hughes now to 2nd. Beckham to 3rd. Gustin in 4th. Austin Siebert, the Kenny's Tile car 16, pulls the infield out of Grandview, Missouri, and we stay with the candles lit in our A-Main feature. Stormy Scott, Jason Hughes second. Here comes the Reaper. Ryan Gustin taking the high side to work alongside of Terry Beckham for the number 3 spot. And score it now to Gustin into third. Beckham back to fourth. Schrock in fifth. Stormy Scott out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Continues a run now. Bottom groove off of turn 4. He'll take it upstairs between turns 1 and 2. Diamond to the corner. Scoot off of turn 2. Bottom groove. And goes back into turn 3. To the high side. Catches a cushion. And rockets down the boulevard, leading at Humboldt Speedway. Jason Hughes, Ryan Gustin, Terry Beckham. Now you find the 18 car, thank you very much. Chase Youngins, who started back in the number 8 spot, has now pulled Claude and found his way to the number 4 spot as he goes around Kelly Shryock. Justin Folk, car number 6, having a good run here tonight. Casey Penn in car 5. There's Fluffy Mark Dotson with Jeremy Payne in the 186 car. At the halfway point, we work towards here tonight 40 laps of distance. And right now, Stormy Scott, that loose rough chassis, showing away Jason Hughes, not letting him get out of his sights. The Hughes chassis, Mullins powered. Gustin again, Hughes Mullins combination. Then you'll find Beckham back in 4th and Chase Youngins sitting in 5th. About half a lap or more coming up on lap traffic here tonight, and then you're going to find out what we're going to do. Do you want to go high? Do you want to be low? Where's the cars parked at? That is the issue you're going to have to fight with as this feature continues to go green flag. Stormy Scott, Jason Hughes, Ryan Gustin, top 3 here night number 1 at Humboldt Speedway. So again, we've got debris between turns 3 and 4, and that will pitch the caution flag back onto the control center again in our A main feature. How many down, Todd? 14 down. 14 move the big number. That would leave 26 to go, according to my 40 lap math. Yes. So 14 down, 26 remaining. Stormy Scott, Jason Hughes in 2nd, Ryan Gustin now to 3rd. Chase Youngins in 4th, Terry Beckham. Again, our pole sitter sits in 5th. Kelly Schrock is 6th. Justin Folk in 7th, Mark Dotson in 8th. Jeremy Payne in 9th, Casey Penn. Rounding out the top 10, there's Lucas Schott, Johnny Scott, and the rest of this field as we get ready to go back 26 more circuits here at Humboldt Speedway. Here we go, green flag, we're back underway. Gustin gets a jump off of turn 2. Can he turn it into anything? Yeah, right now it looks good. He clears Jason Hughes, and here comes the Gressel Racing, the Reaper, up on the wheel in that 19R. Stormy Scott, look at this car run. Fresh out of the late model, and he gets back behind this loose rough chassis. And he is looking strong, and we've got more trouble again in turn 4. Looks like the boys will sort it out. John Allen in 98. There's John Schwab in the 5J, and we stay green flag. Stormy Scott, Ryan Gustin, Jason Hughes. Then you'll find Chase Youngins and a 118 of Terry Beckham. Top 5. Night number 1 here at Humboldt Speedway. Kelly Shryock now is getting some company as we see them come off at turn 4, and it will be Mark Dotson picking up the spot. So Fluffy getting up on the wheel. The GRT machine. Shryock now digs in off of turn 2, comes right back at him. Good race back there for the number 6 spot. between Shryock and Dotson. Lucas Schott watches in car 69. While all this action goes on, Stormy Scott continues now to just plain hold serve. Pulling away now from Guston in second. Jason Hughes remains third. Chase Youngins, what a good run for him here tonight. Car 18, as we said, started 8th on the field and now sits in the top 4 with Beckham, your pole sitter, rounding out the top 5. Zach Vanderbeek now looking outside of Justin Boney as they storm down to turn number 1 off of turn 2. Vanderbeek will now pick up another spot as he follows Johnny Scott back into turn 3. As your leader, again down the back straightaway, Stormy Scott, Ryan Guston. About the only thing that's going to stop him is possibly a lap traffic. That is what he's looking at now as he heads down into turn number 1. Stormy Scott, Ryan Guston, Jason Hughes, top 3 at Humboldt Speedway. Night number 1 of our prelude to the King of America here at Humboldt Speedway. Stormy now, heavy traffic ahead. We've got 3 cars. Trevor Hunt, the first one to get up and get a lap down. John Allen, the 98. John Schwab in the 5J. Watches the field, goes to turn 3. Stormy Scott feathers that foot feet. A little bit of brake pedal, and he will just dive to the inside of Trevor Hunt to put him 1 lap in the books. And right now, you can't even put lap traffic there. That car is that fast. Guston hooks that rut. You saw that car just jump out, and I tell you, you better be hanging on the wheel. And once again, we will have a caution displayed. Caution is out on this speedway. What's it for?
The tire right down there.
So you see the tire down between turns 3 and 4 scooting out on the speedway surface. And yep, I know we got tires on the race cars. We don't need tires on the racetrack unless they're hooked to a car. So we will get that rolled back down the infield. Scott has weathered every storm so far, but I think there's more rumblings in the making. As we fire back up, we're back racing. Stormy upstairs. Guston know if he's going to make a move. This is the closest they've seen him for a few laps. And again, they dive into turn 3 off of 4. Scott continues to show the way. Stormy Scott, Ryan Guston, Jason Hughes. Everything top 5, ditto, as it's been for the last 10 laps. Youngins in 4, Shryock, top 5. But farther on back, it is a tornado. Dodson with Beckham. Here comes Payne. Here comes brother Johnny. Johnny's got the 1ST. Shot. Didn't care for that restart. He gets freight trained. And he is going the wrong direction as Vanderbeek now takes a look to his outside, the 33Z. Guston, well, he's hanging with him this time as they are dusting off Jason Hughes, putting him back there a distant 3rd as a top 2. And Guston, he is moving around this racetrack. Got up high in turn 3, tried a diamond a quarter, give a little speed. But they're starting to put some rubber, and you find rubber, you find traction. You find traction, you find acceleration, and you find, yeah, possibly a new leader, but it ain't going to be this lap. Stormy Scott continues to hold off this field here at Humboldt Speedway. You can see that blue groove between turns 1 and 2. Look at that bottom side. As Guston, you can bet he is definitely on the wheel. Stormy Scott, he ain't going to just give it to him. Look at him run. The Brian Rowland Motorsports Car 2R. Off of turn 4 another time. Gustin took a look. That didn't work. Hughes. And now you see the good battle shaping up between Kelly Shryock again in car 3 and Chase Young is in 18 for 4th. The laps are winding down. It is time to show them what you got. And these guys are putting it on each and every lap. And we continue to run green flag laps here at Humboldt Speedway. Shrag again looks inside of Chase Youngins, and Youngins again will hold the advantage for the number 4 spot. Scott now opens up 3-car length lead over Gustin as they storm back into turn 3. The kind of action you see each and every time out in the Arbor Masters Tree and Landscape Midwest region for the Casey's General Store, powered by Swan Energy. Here at Humboldt Speedway, Schrock again. Can he get a drive off of turn number 4? Not enough to hold off that 118 car again for the number 4 spot. That's the best race we've got going right now. As your leader, again, will come off at turn 4, and again, he'll look at Trevor Hunt for the lap car. But this time, he's got one more time around. Stormy Scott out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Want to give you that check up here with that marker? We'll bring it around off of turn 4 inside of Trevor Hunt. And night number 1 will go to Stormy Scott. Ryan Gustin will finish up the number 2 spot with Jason Hughes in 3rd.
Tonight at Humboldt Speedway for the USMTS Stormy Scott. Stormy, some new equipment out here. First night out, man, you got to be satisfied.
Yeah, very. We were hoping we'd come here and do this, and we definitely came and accomplished what we wanted to do. Like I said, Jimmy Owens has been awesome on this thing. When we first got out of the box, we were a little off, and we did a bunch of tweaks and changing a bunch of stuff, and we're headed in the right direction. And I think, we still have a little work to do, but the car's pretty good, so I'm real happy with it.
Looked like you found a real comfortable line out there. Really weren't challenged hardly at all during the race, but just looked like an easy drive.
Yeah, I was just trying to be real smooth and consistent. The track was really rough, so that was the biggest thing. I was trying not to make mistakes, and I made a couple over here in this giant hole, and I didn't mean to hit it, but I was just, trying to figure out what the fastest line was, but I guess we got her done.
Seen a couple of guys really got upset over there, but it looked like you were running up high up above it most of the time. But like I say, a couple of times you got down in it. But like I say, great way to start the season off with some new equipment, Pro Power, LG2. Man, they got to be happy with this. And of course, this sets you up here for just a couple of weeks away for that King of America, maybe a repeat.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hope so. Yeah, I was trying to stay out of that hole. I mean, it's hard on our equipment, and I was trying to make sure I didn't do it and mess anything up, but apparently that last lap, or whenever I hit it real hard, the last or 2 to go, I think we junked the right front shock. But we'll probably go and pull this thing apart if we race tomorrow and go through everything and see if we can get up here again.
Once again, the winner here at Humboldt for USMTS, Stormy Scott. Way to go, Stormy.
Thanks.
Thank you.